we're going to have a segment where we get to show the real Anthony Cumia, get inside your head a little bit, and show everyone why I love you, and show why everyone that they should love you as well.
Awesome.
Very nice.
Thank you.
First, we want to get into your head. We want to get a little psychological here. Okay. People don't know this about me. I used to want to be a psychologist.
Oh,
I did. I did.
That must
up until the 9th grade, and then I took a marketing class. And then the line that the teacher got me with, they said, marketing is like psychology if you want to make money. And I was like, yes, fuck psychology.
Oh, they're probably thinking you have to know what people are thinking in order to
exactly
appeal to them with some kind of product.
Exactly. I never wanted to help people.
Right.
Always about
no one.
You know what people love? An app that doesn't work.
So,
Yeah.
I went back to my psychology days, okay, and we got an ink blot test. We have an ink blot test, and
Rorschach.
They're Rorschach paintings, right? Is that what they're called?
It's called a Rorschach test. Yeah.
This guy.
You
don't know anything.
Well, I know a lot about psychology. What are you talking about, Patrick?
You clearly made that up. You never wanted to be a psychologist.
I wanted to be a psychologist up until I was in the 9th grade.
A lot of people don't know this about me. Why would anyone know what you wanted to be?
I talk for 12 hours a week.
That's true.
I only have 7 stories.
He started psychology with the rat and the cheese and the electric.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's how
So now we're gonna look at these Rorschach paintings.
we're a Shake Shack. Shake Shack.
Listen to me.
Yeah.
I know a lot about psychology, and I know a lot about people's fucking psyches. So let's get a little music on. We got a few of these Rorschach tests.
All right.
I'm a relationship counselor. I show them Love Shack.
Baby.
So, Anthony, tell us what you see here.
I see a cow.
You see it? No, it's looking at Zach. I'm talking about the painting.
All right, that's the segment.
Like I see a cow from the front, like his head.
No, what is that?
Oh, wait a minute.
No. That's a young woman.
I couldn't even imagine
That's
that.
a beautiful young woman. See, Anthony's not a pedophile. Just pause for a second. He's not. It was a young girl.
See, I didn't even see that.
Very obviously, he didn't see it. He saw a cow. He's
I
hungry.
saw a cow head.
Maybe some milk.
Yeah. It looked like the front of a cow with his ears and his nose
Yep.
and horns.
Turns out it was a young girl. Anthony didn't even see
I
it.
didn't even notice that.
Looked right past it.
See?
All right, let's go to the next one.
No problem.
What is this, Anthony?
Oh my God! It looks like 2 trains colliding.
2 trains colliding. Let's see what it actually is. Oh, it's
wrong.
No!
It is 2 trains colliding.
It is a train wreck.
How far off?
I can't even. Wow! I did see it.
Very accurate.
Jesus Christ!
Well, now I don't know if I trust a little girl thing.
That is. I have not seen these, so that is quite
Yeah,
the coincidence
that's
right there. Maybe
let's
Lewis is
go.
onto something here.
Let's go to the next one. What do you see here, Anthony?
Oh God! It's well, they're all mirror image, so I'm gonna say a lobster dropping stuff out of his claws.
Let's see. Are you close? What do we got here? What is it actually a picture of?
Oh my!
Porn star Bailey J.
It's Bailey J.
Did not see that.
I didn't see that lobster between Bailey's legs.
Anthony doesn't. Anthony doesn't see gender.
No.
That was the point of all of that. He doesn't
I
see
don't
gender.
see gender.
These are a little bit too difficult. We'll make it a little. You want to make it a little easier for him?
Wow.
Let's go to the next penny. What is that?
Oh my goodness.
What is that, Anthony?
Can't tell this.
That is well, it's obviously a semi-automatic pistol.
Is it? Oh, is it? Or what is it actually? It's
Oh
young,
my God.
young black children graduating elementary school.
Aw.
Wow, Anthony, you see a gun. That's weird. Okay, so no, we're getting into your head a little bit now.
Maybe that's a problem, right?
Maybe that's a
I just
problem.
saw a gun.
You saw a gun the whole
That's what I
time.
saw.
It was young.
I have to
7-year-old
work on that.
black children. All right, let's go to the
kids.
final one. What do we see here, Anthony?
Realize how. Oh my God.
What do you see?
That's terrible. I see part of
Don't do it, buddy. Don't do it.
look at don't do it.
This is one of
Yeah.
Lewis's classic
See, you are the
setups.
voice of reason. They're trying to rope me in.
Don't let him get you.
Don't let him
Rope
get
him
me.
in. I get
I
it.
see
I get
a
it.
horrible racial epithet.
There you go.
Really?
This
Thank
is how
you.
we got Shane.
Thanks.
What is that? What is it actually?
Oh my God.
It's a puppy, Anthony.
Oh my God!
It's a puppy.
A little beagle puppy, adorable.
So yeah, I mean, I think we figured out that race may be the issue.
That was that one. Wow, oh, boy.
All's well that ends well.
Remind me to send you a thank you card. I almost got me.
Anthony was gonna start naming names. He almost got me.
I saw you up in the air there. I was like, what?
I'm like, I could run with this. I could riff a little and do something fun. And nope, you're right.
All right. Well, look.
Back off.
Here's the thing. You know, that was a little bit in your head, but let's get into some of these stories, okay? Because I wanna. We picked a few stories out that I feel like you would normally maybe do on the Anthony Cumia show with Dave Landau, Compound Media. A little bit more political, a little more social.
Oh my goodness.
That's Anthony's style, okay? But Anthony, okay, here's the challenge for you.
Sure.
Okay, because we're going to talk about these stories. We want to give our opinions. I need you to step back for a second, not be Anthony Cumia. I need you to have a little bit of
compassion.
What was the word you said before?
Conscience.
Nate?
I believe empathy was
Empathy.
Empathy?
Oh, I always forget that one. Have a little empathy, and I want you to talk about these stories from the perspective of the other side, or the victims,
right.
or the other
could
side.
do that.
So you just have to, look at it from their perspective. This is what they do. They do this in couples therapy, which I was training to be a couples therapist up until the 9th grade.
Couples therapy.
I was training.
Had you even been in a couple at that point?
I was training to help people, and this is what they do. They'll put you. It's role playing. Okay,
Right.
so you're gonna play. You're gonna
Take
look
that
at it from the
opposite
other perspective.
side. I got you.
You got it. Okay, so what's this? What's the first story, Nate?
So this is just a video of Miami cops attacking a black man, and he recorded the whole thing with his cell phone. So I thought we could watch a bit of it, and then Anthony could put himself in the black guy's shoes and sort of talk through the experience.
All right.
Okay, let's go.
So let's
Walk into the sidewalk. Walk into the sidewalk. Walk into the sidewalk. Walk into it. And walk into it. You guys are pressing me out. And stay there. Why am I walking to the sidewalk? Stay there. Oh, hold on. I'm officially on the sidewalk. Now what? Now what? You follow me to the sidewalk. You follow me to the sidewalk. You follow me to the sidewalk.
Do not put the phone in my face again, you understand?
Oh my God. Get on the ground. You hear me? Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Stop resisting. Stop resisting. Give me your hands. I'm not resisting. Give me your hands. I'm not resisting. I'm not resisting. There you are. Give me the hand. Give me your hand. I'm not resisting. I told you multiple times.
All right.
Wow.
Is that the whole video?
That's basically it, yeah. But he sustained, like, he got punched in the face a few times and on the head. And those sorts of
That's it, Nate. You fucking pussy. He's like, oh man, I hate cops.
I wanted to make it easy for Anthony.
I hate cops.
I didn't know Nate had an accent until just now.
Few
Oh,
people
really?
do.
How about that?
Have an accent.
He's from somewhere
He's
else.
from Australia.
He's from somewhere.
that's
Is that
what
an
it is.
Aussie accent?
There is more Aussie accent.
It's exactly it. Oh my god.
I do a really good Australian accent. We're gonna do a whole show of Australian accents, bitch.
Oh, I love it.
You do good Aussie.
That's
Love
pretty
it.
good, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a good accent guy. I'm waiting for Zach to go first with his to see how bad his is before I,
I don't do
mine.
Australian. That one ain't coming out of me.
You try. Yeah, go.
Why?
Good eye.
Yeah, that's good.
What are the ones? Because I like the ones that go up at the end.
Oh yeah, that's people from Queen. That's the Bogans. They're awesome.
Yeah.
That's the fun one.
It's so funny. I was out in a boat.
Yeah,
Saw a shack.
Yeah.
that's really good. That's all.
Yeah.
Oh my
I love that shit.
I crossed the strait.
Yeah.
I can't stand the what is that? The Outback commercials where the guy is obviously not Australian. He's putting it on so thick. Come down to the Outback, get a steak and a blooming onion. You're like, what the fuck is this? This guy stinks.
They couldn't even get a real Aussie for it.
No, they couldn't even get that.
Nobody can understand them like people who are actually Australian. We can
Yeah.
only understand the bad accents that people do. Like when Nate was talking, I didn't know what he was saying.
Yeah.
But then when Anthony was doing the impression, I'm like, oh, that's much better.
That's
That's
I
true
like that. I want
Australian.
that Australian in my house. That's the guy I invite over for a fucking a drink, hang out, have a beer. Your Australian's very like.
It's very understated and borderline disappointing, I know.
Yeah,
Where
it really
are you
is.
from?
I'm from South Australia. That's why I sound like this.
Oh, okay.
Sounds very educated.
Yeah, South Australia.
The North Australia is like fucking stupid people.
That's where because all the prisoners went everywhere else. South Australia was the only place that didn't have it. We literally our accent comes from the rich British country.
Oh.
I was gonna, but that's everyone in
Interesting.
the world thinks Australia is just all the prisoners.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Not everyone, just
I know
American
nothing about it. We should do some Australian trivia on the show. You know what? Go ahead, Nate. We're gonna do Australian trivia on the show. One person, whoever wins on the show today, gets one piece of Real Life Podcast merch
So I just have to put out a question about Australia
to us.
to you. Who was the first Prime Minister of Australia?
Shut up.
That's.
It's close.
Can it be sports? Do you have any sports Australian trivia?
It's that thing like that like old Indian sport where it's like a basket. I mean, it's the first thing they made like lacrosse. It's based off of whatever the sport was that they made lacrosse out of.
Field hockey?
No, it was some weird Indian shit.
But we don't. Why would there be Indian people in Australia?
I imagine it's all Indian.
No.
Aborigines
Yeah.
are the indigenous people of Australia.
Yeah.
Didn't one of your prime ministers drown?
Yes, yes, he did.
Good one.
Because
That's pretty good.
when the Simpsons went to Australia, my second Simpsons,
He learned his history from The Simpsons.
I'm taking this to the prime minister, and it's just a guy naked in a tube in a lake, and it was like, but then the people from Australia got very offended because their prime minister had drowned.
I mean, how did he drown? Did he like?
He went out. I mean, he's like every prime minister we have is like a fucking loose unit. He was just at the
Loose
beach,
unit.
and he was like, "Oh, I'm going out," and there were signs that were like, "Don't swim. This is not a swimming beach." And he was like, "Fuck you, I'm the prime minister." And he went out.
I'm gonna change that song.
Yeah, and straight up just never came back. He was like, that was it. He just went out swimming.
Did they find his body?
No. So
Oh, shit.
And by the way, this isn't like an old story either, right?
I think it was it may have been like the 60s.
Great
or
white.
70s. But there's even, because there were rumors, there were rumors that he was a spy and that he met up with a Russian sub and they took him back to Russia.
Come on.
I
A
don't believe
fucking
that.
great white ate him. Like Herbie Robinson.
Yeah.
1967.
Wow.
Can you imagine that if the president just died, was still like
Just
we
floated
didn't find
away.
the president's
yeah.
body because he went on.
Can't
He just
find
went
him.
swimming on a lark.
Half the country would be cheering.
Well, Anthony, let's get your perspective here on this story. But remember, you have to give it the perspective
Right.
of
That's right.
not necessarily even just the black guy being attacked, but just the other side of it, Anthony. Let's have a little empathy here.
All right. I think this is a prime example of overreach by the police department. I think anybody should be able to video the police without being harassed or, in this case, assaulted completely unnecessarily. The guy was obeying
but hold on. But at
the
one
officer's
point,
orders.
the cops are saying, don't videotape me. Don't you think he's sort of asking for it a little bit when he puts the camera in their face?
No, they have to understand. The cops have to understand that you're allowed to video people outside. There's no expectation of privacy. Police don't have any more of a right to not be videotaped than anybody else that's outside with that not an expectation of privacy. So it was obviously harassment at first, asking him to move back to the sidewalk. He complied with all their directions, and still, because of the institutional racism in this country, they still beat the crap out of the guy. Yes.
Wow.
Cut it up. Send it to CNN.
I love it.
Oh, God.
Really hard him to say that.
I thought Anthony had to do it as the black guy.
Sure, do it as a black guy.
Speaking through the experience.
My
We're
God.
doing an interview with the black guy that was beaten up by the cops.
No, because then I have to put on a stereotypical accent.
I was gonna,
That'll get me in
as your
trouble.
legal counsel,
Yeah.
I
Would you
was
stop?
gonna-
Yes, thank you.
Would you stop?
Hold on.
I'm here to help.
Senator, we will not be answering that question. I demand an apology, Senator.
Do you know where you have to be in your career for the guy from Philadelphia/Florida to be the one that's like, don't say that.
The voice of reason. The voice of reason. Yeah.
That's what I'm known for.
Don't you fucking cockblock this racism that we're trying to pull out of Anthony.
You really
What are you
laid it
doing?
on thick this week.
That's the sentence of all time. Don't say go birds.
That's all.
Doggy, this is the most offensive podcast on earth. I know we talk shit like Legion of Skanks, the most offensive podcast on earth.
This
Yeah.
is the
But I'm
one.
going to tell you right now, this is the one. This is a full-fledged podcast war on
You
Legion of Skanks.
kind of get a pass, though, with your heritage.
I know.
I think you're in the safety zone
It's
right there.
unfair.
Very
Talking
convenient.
about inner city.
It's unfair. I feel bad
It is
for the
unfair.
whites.
It is unfair.
Thank you, Lewis.
It's crazy.